you can get a plug-in that attaches to the wall that actually is Bluetooth to your phone, and you can actually turn your table warmer on and off from a button on your phone, so you always know that your table warmer is on or if it's off. That's a really nice safety feature to have, and I'll include a description for that as well in the description below. So the table, most important element to your massage room, next to your hands, of course. Again, this bolster will come with your portable massage table and most likely stationary tables too. This is a pretty standard bolster. I like the more plush one. That's my preference. And then the half moon, they don't call them half moons anymore. The half circle, which, it's okay. But if it comes with it, it comes with it. All right. In addition to the table, you're going to want to have a towel warmer. Towel warmers are inexpensive and a must-have. I don't care if it's in the middle of summer. I always start with a hot towel. It brings the client's skin and my hand temperature to the same temp before I start working. That makes the first glide or first strokes, not having cold hands on someone's back. So I always start with a hot towel. And this one is just basic. I'm pretty sure I paid like $80 for it. I've been using it for 4 years and it works just fine. It says it can hold 12 towels. That is a lie. You can fit comfortably 8 to 10 in here. I usually don't ever put any more than 8 in there because I typically only use 1 per client, and I usually see up to 6 clients a day. I might use a second towel, it just depends. But a towel warmer is definitely needed, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, so I definitely recommend having a towel warmer. Next, you're going to need a holster, Earthlite. It's a pretty standard brand. This is what I use for a lot of things. I use a double holster. I do a lot of cupping massage where I will switch back and forth between cream and oil. So I have bottles for both, so it gives me the option to have it on me, so I don't have to break from the session to grab something else. These 2 creams, very inexpensive. I like both of them. This is pretty much all I ever use. I primarily use the cream, and I only use the oil when I'm doing full cupping sessions. Again, just my preference, but this one for the gallon jug is like $40 and it lasts quite a while. I'm pretty sure the oil was a bit more expensive, probably around $50. So both combined is the cost of 2 1-hour massages, and totally worth it. I love that. I love both of these quite a bit. Next thing we're going to need, this is preference, but I like salt lamps in my room. I have 2 of them, and in the salt lamps they have, ooh, that's hot, openings for essential oils, which I use often, which you can see some in there, a little gross. I love to put about 3 to 5 drops in the salt lamp before a session, and it's great. It smells up the whole room, and you use lavender, orange, mint, whatever. Yeah, I really enjoy those, and I have one there and one on the other side of the room. The next thing you're going to want is a noise sound machine. This little guy, I think, cost me $20. That's it. And it's really great. You have your music going, but you need that, you need that in-between noise. So, because I feel awkward if I don't have some just static noise in the background. So I really enjoy this. And again, this was only a few dollars and it works great. And if you were actually traveling, it has 2 ports that you could actually plug your phone and your music into if you wanted to power everything off of one device. I've never used that feature, but it's available. And the light's nice depending on how you're lighting up your room. This makes a nice little night light. So big fan of that. Must have. Now the not must haves, but in my opinion should haves. I have to have muscle charts in my room. Well, these ones are the trigger point charts. Here's my muscle chart, which I have to have. I like visual aids. People appreciate visual aids. It's easier for clients that don't know how to verbalize their pain to just point, and they really value that. And what I like to do is I have my dry erase board beside it. So if someone gives me a whole laundry list of things they want me to work on, I'll take a Sharpie, or sorry, dry erase marker, and I will write down, right shoulder, decreased range of motion, left knee, tension, numbness in the right hand, whatever, whatever the complaints are. That way, when I'm working on somebody, especially if it's closer to the end of the day and I'm a little tired, I'll remember it was the right shoulder, not the left shoulder. Because, how many massage therapists start working on somebody's, one of their body parts and they're like, what did they say? Was it the left or the right? So I like to make little notes. I don't apologize for it when I'm talking to my clients. I tell them, I'm like, I'm a space cadet. I need notes. So little dry erase board next to the muscle chart that they can point to and talk about, where their pain is. Or over here, the trigger point charts. These are more expensive. These come in a set and it's over $100 for the 2 of these, but I absolutely love these guys. I look at them all the time. Like, they're just full of so much information, and it's a good reference point for me, if I'm working on somebody. At this point, I don't need to look at them as much because I have a really good understanding of this, at this point in my career. I've been doing this for 14 years, but it's still great to have. That's my preference. That's how I like my massage room to look, more on the medical side, versus others that have a preference of having more earthy, like Reiki, energy, crystals, which is totally fine. I love those rooms too. That's just not me, but that might be you. They do make these in a smaller version, so if you want to just have like a little handout that you can show your clients so that you can better educate them, you could do that, and that's a fraction of the cost of these larger ones. But again, I love these large ones. I will have these in any office that I work in for my career. I just love them. Next, totally optional, I do a lot of cupping in my sessions, and so I have a few different kinds of cups going on. My primary set, it's a 50-piece set with assorted sizes. These are plastic cups. These suckers are strong. Like, they really draw. So if you get into cupping and you get more into this kind of cupping, I would definitely practice, quite a bit before you have a paying client on your table, because these are really strong. I've been using them for a while now, and I actually love them so much. I have the 50-piece set here at work that I use, and I have a 25-piece set at home that I use on my husband and I. And I absolutely love these. If you need it, there's unless you're doing self-care, you don't really need to use these. This attaches into this and connects to these, so that for getting to awkward angles. So for at-home care, yeah, you'll need these, but when you're working on a client, you don't need them. I've never used this here, but absolutely love cups. They are hand savers. I just love cups. The cups I started with are the silicone based cups, which I still use these quite a bit too. These are good for awkward angles. If you're going to be right over a bony landmark, these ones are really great. I have quite a few of them, and I use these all over, and I'll use these with the plastic cups too. I mean, if I'm doing a full cupping session, I mean, I could have somebody head to toe in cups at any given time. And then these little guys back here are really fun too. I use these ones specifically for feet. They're really small, and they they do have a good drawl to them, but they're not too strong to where on a more area of the foot that doesn't have a lot of meat on it, they're not going to be too much for that space. I've actually, for personal care, I've actually used some of these on my wrists, after a long day, and these feel really good. I just have one set of these. I think that's enough. I think the one set came with 12, and I do 1 foot at a time with them, and I really enjoy them. So I'll use all of these in conjunction with each other. And then lastly, on the cupping front, I also dabble with vacuum therapy, which, I'm not a pro at, which is why on the importance level, this guy is down at the bottom. I have used it in sessions, and I plan on getting more acquainted with this machine. Now, this is an investment. This is a $500 piece of equipment that I have sitting on the bottom shelf. So one of these days, I'm going to get really good at this, and I'm going to start adding it more into my sessions. And I'll talk about that more in another video. Okay guys, so for getting started with your massage therapy room, just to recap, the biggest focus, of course, should be your massage table, bolsters, table warmer, fleece liner, and good massage table sheets. Next, you want to make sure you have a sound machine, and you want to make sure you're using the right professional massage cream. A towel warmer is definitely preferred. It's not required, but I think it's required. And then, again, really enjoy the cups, but if that's not your thing, then that's not your thing. And then, salt lamps. Got that salt lamp, and then I got that salt lamp down there that I really like. So I hope this video didn't drag on too much. I hope you found some information, some good information from it. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And hopefully I'm going to have some new videos coming out soon. So if you found this useful, subscribe to my channel so that you can see when my next video comes out. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.